From 1970 through 2010, there has been an average of 11 tropical storms and 6 hurricanes a year generated in the Atlantic Ocean, Caribbean Sea, and in the Gulf of Mexico. On an average 2-year period, the United States normally sees landfall of 3 of these hurricanes, to include at least one of them being considered a major hurricane. Hi, I'm Michael, and I want to cover with you what a hurricane is, what you should expect from it before and after it makes landfall, and what you should do to weather the storm and be prepared for one. A hurricane is actually a tropical cyclone, and the National Hurricane Center defines a tropical cyclone as a rotating, organized system of clouds and thunderstorms that originate over tropical and subtropical waters and have a closed, low-level circulation. These include everything from a tropical depression to a major hurricane. A tropical depression is defined as an event with maximum wind speeds of over 38 miles or up to 38 miles per hour. A tropical storm has wind speeds of 39 to 73 miles per hour, with a hurricane having a max sustained wind speeds of 74 miles per hour or greater. Major hurricanes are classified as a storm with maximum wind speeds exceeding 1,100 miles per hour. 111 miles per hour. And these are categorized from 1 to 5 based on their severity and wind speeds. Now that we've covered what a hurricane is, let's look at the different hazards you can experience before and after landfall. Before a hurricane hits, you usually have an influx of what's called storm surge, which is an abnormal rise in water created by the winds. This can be an excess in water levels of over 20 foot and can cover hundreds of miles of the coastline. This also can be considered the greatest threat to life along the coast. In 2005, the National Hurricane Center noted that the storm surge from Katrina along the Mississippi River was in excess of 27 feet. Tornadoes can also be generated by hurricanes. These occur generally in the thunderstorms along the outer bands, but can also be experienced in the eye wall itself. Normally, these tornadoes are weak and short-lived, but they can still be considered very dangerous. As we covered before, hurricane winds can exceed of 74 miles per hour or greater and can very easily destroy buildings and mobile homes. Anything lying on the ground can be picked up and thrown around as a missile. And the wind speed of Hurricane Charlie, as it made landfall in 2004, exceeded over 100 miles per hour across inland Florida. So it's not necessarily just limited to the coastal areas. One of the major threats from a hurricane is the amount of rainfall you receive. On any given day from a hurricane, you can receive 6 inches or more and it can cause massive flooding. Rainfall is not directly proportional to the strength of the hurricane, but rather the size and how long it lingers in the area. Flooding can occur for long after the hurricane has departed the area. Now that you know what to expect from a hurricane, here's what you should do to prepare. 1. Make sure you know all of your evacuation routes and how to be able to get to them quickly. Also, make sure you know where the shelters are in your local area so that you can take cover if your home is not feasible to take shelter in. Have a hurricane kit ready. Make sure you have flashlights, batteries, generators, cell phones, and a weather radio as well. In this kit, you should also keep 72 hours worth of food and 1 gallon of water per person. Have plywood handy in order to cover your windows to reduce the damage. And also make sure to take care of your pets. During a hurricane, monitor the weather broadcast to be aware of where the hurricane is and what to expect. Fuel and maintain all of your vehicles in case you have to evacuate the area quickly. For the same reason, also keep extra cash on hand. Set your refrigerator to the maximum level of cold so that if you lose power, you can maintain as much fresh food as you possibly can. Also, make sure to fill the bathtubs full of water, because water will become scarce very quickly after a hurricane. After the storm, keep listening to the radio so that you know what areas are open and closed, and make sure to inspect your house for damage. Also, in noting those closed areas and areas of flooding, make sure to stay out of them so that you do not endanger yourself or anyone else. Do not drink the tap water or cook with it until notified that it is safe to do so. Avoid any area that there are downed power lines, and be prepared for long outages. This list is not all-inclusive, and for a better list, please go to www.nhc.noaa.gov/prepare. Hurricanes are a frightening force of nature and can quickly leave a person unprepared with damage to life or property, or worse, death. Understanding the storm and what to expect from it can make all the difference. In recap, we have covered what a hurricane is, what to expect from it, but most importantly, what you should do to be prepared. With Hurricane Isaac coming through the Gulf this last week, I hope that my information has been informative and helpful in making you more aware of what to expect from